ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं। यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। परमानन्दमाधवम्। नमः श्री शङ्करानन्द गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। Last time I think we finished up to verse number 60. Is it not? 60. And we started from verse number 57. So let us read from verses 57 to 60 together. Vidvarahaditulyatvam makankshistatvavidbhavan sarvadhi dosha santyagat lokaih pujyascha jevavat kamyadi dosha drishtyaadyaha kamadistyaga hetavaha prasiddha moksha shastreshu त्यज्यतामेष कामादिः मनोराज्येतु काक्षतिः अशेषदोषबीजत्वात् क्षतिर्भगवतेरिता ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते जायते। Jiva Srishti is of two types. One is a Shastriya type, another is a Ashastriya type. When we say Jiva Srishti, we mean the Manasika Prapancha. Unlike Ishvara Srishti, which is the Bahya Prapancha, the external world. Manasika Prapancha is the internal world, the mental world. This Jiva Srishti, being Shastriya and Ashastriya, two types. By Shastriya, what is meant is Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, the sadhanas which we practice, and all of them, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, are Antaranga sadhanas. Unlike Karma Yoga, etc., which are Bahiranga, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana are Antaranga sadhanas, and that is why they come to be termed as Jiva Srishti. And the Ashastriya type of Jiva Srishti is of twofold. One is Tivra, another is Manda. Tivra is that which brings afflictions to the mind immediately. And in that category comes Kama, Krodha, and so on and so forth, the Shadripus. And in the Manda type, we have what is Manorajya. Manorajya is nothing but Sankalpa. It is Vishayasakti. Vishayasakti, it is a mental rumination of the object with a notion of pleasurability. It is not desire, which will come under Tivra type, but it is just that Sankalpa. You all know by Sankalpa what is meant is Shobhana Adhyasa. Shobhana Adhyasa, Adhyasa is superimposition. Shobhana Adhyasa is a superimposition of pleasure in the object. And all of you as Vedantins, you know that there is no happiness in any object. Joy is the nature of the self. And when the mind is quietened, by fulfilling the irritation in the mind, by fulfilling the mental agitation, and then the mind becomes quiet, the self which is of the nature of happiness expresses itself. And therefore, there is no happiness in the object. But when we superimpose happiness in the object, that is called Shobhana Adhyasa, which is also called as Sankalpa. And this Shobhana Adhyasa leads to attachment to the objects, whereby the mind starts imagining the happiness content which one would get by attaining the object. From that comes what is called as desire. The question arises, the Tivra gives immediate problems and therefore it should be dropped. Tyajyatam yeshaha kamadhi. Let that be dropped. I have no issue about it. It must be dropped. And you have convinced me very well that that should be, of course, I know even before realization it should be dropped, because without dropping it, I cannot become adhikari. And you have effectively convinced me that after realization also, I should have no looking back. I should not get it. I should not come to have it. Even after realization, I must work at totally putting a stop to it and going beyond and attaining Jivan Mukti. That much you have convinced me. Fine, I will drop the Kama, Krodha, etc. But why should I drop this Manorajya, this Sankalpa, this Vishayasakti, this rumination upon the object? That does not give any trouble actually. Because just you are thinking about it. Thinking, I'm not even saying I want it. I'm just thinking about it. Just thinking. So you see a nice advertisement for I'm very poor in all these things. Advertisement of what? Something comes to my mind. TV, television, or a car, or a bike, or something, dress. So many things. They say, oh, that's very nice. It looks good. I wish it is so nice. Really nice. Really nice. Color, see the color is so good. I just think about it. What is the problem? Then it is said, even that should be dropped. Why? Because Bhagavan Shri Krishna has said, and he has effectively established how from that alone comes the Tivra type. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Bhijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammo, etc. etc. This much we have seen in the last session. Now we move forward. Just as how it was said that to drop the Tivra, one has to take up such practices as dosha drishti. Dosha drishti. How does one drop the mantra type, which is this manorajya? How does one stop the manorajya? How does one do that? To stop kama, krodha, etc., methods were given. And I will practice that. But how does one? Actually, to stop kama and all is slightly easier. Slightly easier in the sense compared to manorajya, which is the mind automatically, impulsively starts imagining joy in the object. You are not asking the mind to think. It is just thinking. Do we order the mind to think that there is happiness here or there? No, it is just thinking. So the question comes, how does one stop the manorajya? Kama, etc., dosha drishti, vairagya, etc., there are some practices we can do. But for stopping this manda type, and this manda, even though it is manda, it is actually the cause for the entire tivra. And therefore, manda is only because it is not immediately causing problem, but that it is the source of all problem. Ashesha, dosha, bija. Right? Ashesha, dosha, bijatva. So this being the bija for the entire tivra, the question is how to stop it. Is it easy or is it difficult? It is said, just as how the tivra can be stopped by dosha drishti, the manda can also be stopped. How? Let us take up the verse today. Verse number 61. Shakyam jetum mano rajyam nirvikalpa samadhitaha susampada kramat sopi savikalpa samadhina shakyam jetum mano rajyam shakyam jetum manorajyam. Manorajyam jetum shakyam. It is possible to conquer manorajya. Jetum, jetum, to conquer, to put an end to destroy. It is possible to put an end to manorajya. What is manorajya? Manorajya is the manda type of ashastriya jiva srishti. This much you must remember. So let us now again put the chart. Srishti is of two types. Yes. What are the two types? Ishvara srishti, jiva srishti. Jiva srishti is of two types. Shastriya, ashastriya. Shastriya is Shravana Manana Jigyasa. Ashastriya is of two types. What are the two types? Tivra, Manda. Under Tivra, what all comes? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Under Manda, what comes? Manorajya. So now you know. Okay. So what is Manorajya? Manorajya is a manda type of ashastriya jiva srishti, which is the bija for the tivra type of ashastriya jiva srishti. So, which is subtle in fact. Kama and all you can see as thoughts. Yes, even this manorajya is a thought, no doubt, but it is more subtler. Desire, don't desire. Suppose a desire comes, shut up, you can do. But how is that imagination that there is happiness in it? How can that go away? That you can't stop just like that. It is there inside. Desire is a concrete thought. Manorajya is a subtle thought. Vishayasakti is more subtler. How does one conquer that? Shakyam, it is possible. There is a means. Even though it is subtle, even though it is more difficult, because it is the cause of even karma, etc., still it is possible to conquer. How? Nirvikalpa samadhitaha. Through nirvikalpa samadhi. What is this nirvikalpa samadhi? Nirvikalpe samadhi. It is absorption in the truth which is nirvikalpa. The mind thinks there is happiness somewhere because it does not know where true happiness is. You can even experiment this with ants. Suppose you keep honey, okay, honey, and then you keep dark chocolate. Dark chocolate?
Yes.
Where does the ant go? Ant goes to the honey. Try tempting that ant to go to dark chocolate by keeping near honey. No ant will go near also. Have you tried it? I have tried it. Once you know where the actual sweetness is, you will not go anywhere. You know how they used to get peacocks as pets? You know how in the villages they used to catch peacock as pets? You know, in the villages and all, they used to cultivate that. Nowadays it is not. It's, what do you call that? This green color thing. Bhang. It is, they used to. And then what they would do is that these grains, they used to mix that little bit. And then this peacock would come. A peacock like grains, it will eat. But then what do you call that opium thing, na? Opium plant, that also is there. So it will eat that also because it is mixed with that seed. And then next day also it will come. It will come. Next day also they will put a little more extra in that. And then it will again eat that. Next day also it will come. And slowly, if you keep at 4 o'clock, even if you don't keep, it will come. And as it takes more and more, it starts being there in that place. And slowly it permits you to touch it also. And then it becomes a pet. That's how they used to get peacocks, catch peacocks. Now why I'm telling this is that if you show your mind where true joy is, it will not go anywhere. That's the point. So Nirvikalpa Samadhi, when it is said, what is meant is that show actually to the mind where joy is. Let the mind get absorbed in that self and let it remain quiet there. 1 ounce of meditation joy cannot be compared with 1,000,000 laddus. 10 laddus will lead to indigestion, but 10 ounces of meditation will never lead to indigestion. It will be more and more only. Actually, spiritual life can be enjoyed only if you start the spiritual practices. Mere theoretical study, however much we may do, we will not get the joy of spiritual life. And that is why only a sadhaka can actually continue walking the path for long. All others who just study, studying is good, no doubt. But studying can in no way substitute the true life of a sadhaka. And that is why it is said, Shakyam Jetum Manorajyam. How? Nirvikalpa Samadhitaha. Through the practice of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Through the practice of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, by absorption of your mind in that which is Nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa, which is without any Vikalpa. Which is without any Vikalpa means what? that which does not have any differences. Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Svagata Bheda Rahitaha, Kevalaha, or Kaivalya. So that is that Nirvikalpa, where there is no Bheda at all, where there is no Triputi at all. The Jnata, the Jnaya, and the Jnana, the Triputi is not there. Such a truth is Nirvikalpa, and that we are all. Actually, we are all. We are all that only. So the moment we taste that a bit, Manorajya will end. That is the secret. But how to quieten the mind and then make the mind get absorbed in the tattva, that also is possible. Everything, you have to go slow and steady, that's all. You have to go steps. What is the step for that? Susampada. See what a confidence is giving. Susampada. Easy to get that also. Don't think it is difficult. Don't think it is difficult. People think it is difficult. Initially, it may look difficult, that's all. Because we're not used to that. Has anything been difficult for us? When we were started as children, when we were children, they used to come, they used to tell us, let's go for learning swimming. There was enthusiasm, we'll go for swimming, go for children. Swimming. And there, we will see our elder brothers and all of them, cousins and all of those swimming, right? And we should think, how can one swim that? Hesitation is there. We'll be standing near the pond or well, that usually well will be there, and the well will be there, and our uncle and all will be watching us, and we'll be asking them, how does one swim like that? They say, jump. You think we'll jump? No, from there we're watching. We want to swim, but we do not know how to swim. There's no other way but the uncle pushes that fellow inside. And a small fellow only, once he is inside, two times will go inside. But that body will not allow it to go inside. The fellow starts swimming. Like the same time, like the similar way, we'll see somebody enjoying meditation. How does one do that? You start it? You don't have to understand this and that. You just start it. And slowly you can move forward. So sampadaha kramat. It is possible to go, but you have to go in krama. In krama means in steps you have to go. Immediately you will not be able to quieten the mind in nirvikalpa tattva. What is the step then? So susampadaha kramat saha api. Saha api means nirvikalpa api. Meaning, why api is said there? It may look as though so difficult, but even that is possible to be attained. How? Savikalpa samadhitaha. By Savikalpa samadhi. What is Savikalpa samadhi? Samadhi in Savikalpa. What is samadhi in Savikalpa? Samadhi in the Saguna Brahma. So first you start with Saguna Brahma. First you start with Saguna Brahma means what? You have an altar of devotion, is it not? Say Rama, Krishna, Devi. You have an altar. Or a mantra you have. You like to chant a mantra. First you start that. Start with that. Or nothing of this nature. At least observe your breath. You do that. Savikalpa here is Saguna Dhyana. From Saguna Dhyana, one goes to Nirguna Dhyana. Do that. So in this way, by steps, you will be able to conquer and attain that quietude, which brings an end to Manorajya. See, Manorajya requires a deeper attempt. For Kama, Krodha and all, it was very simple. Kama, you find out Dosha Drishti. Krodha, you cultivate compassion. You cultivate Kshama. You can say all those things. But Manorajya, you have to give the taste of the self to the mind. All right. But this is possible for those who can, the meditative type. People are also some different types are there. There are some meditative types are there. Some people can't meditate. Their swabhava doesn't permit them to meditate. They can understand. You give some work to them, they can do, or you take book, you study, master it, they'll master it. Perfect clarity. Actually, the Shastra recognizes two kinds of people. One is a meditative type, another is a Viveki type. If you have both, wonderful. Okay, but many times you can't be blessed with everything in life. You have to make the best of what you have. So if you are not the meditative type, what to do? Next verse. Buddha tattvena dhidosha shunyenaikantvasina dirgham pranavamuccharya manoragyam vijiyate buddha tattvena dhidosha shunyenaikantvasina. If meditation is not your forte, quietening the mind is not easy for you, doesn't matter. What type you are? Buddha tattvena. Buddha tattvena, by the one who has got the knowledge of the tattva. Clarity. The clarity. Atma anatma viveka, very clearly that person has got. Not only that, not just having the clarity, dhidosha shunyena. What is dhidosha here? Dhidosha, literally dhidosha means defects of the mind. And here, by defects of the mind, is meant the tivra type of Shastriya Jiva Srishti, which refers to Kama, Krodha and all those things. Dhidosha shunyena. Even though while reading we read dhidosha, gave a stop, and shunyena, it is actually one samastapada, one compound word. Dhidosha shunyena. Buddha tattvena, that is not sufficient. Dhidosha shunyena, who has put an end to Kama, Krodha, Lobha, etc. All those Shadripus, what he should do? Ekanta Vasina. You try to spend your time in quietude. Ekanta literally means in quiet places. Find a quiet place where disturbance is not there. There also you will see that without any of these things you can be happy. So many people, today also I met one person who had come, Balivir camp was going on, today it got over. Then I was just talking to the parent, just chatting. And then I was telling that, we have this problem. They're asking what all happens here, who are you? I said, I stay here. What happens here? What is this? I said, this is a university here. What all courses happen? BCom, BBA, psychology, etc., Sanskrit, etc. I told all the things. When they said, can we come here? I said, of course you can. And then immediately that lady said, it is so nice here, So nice. Now what do you mean it is so nice? The moment they come to this kind of atmosphere, immediately mind becomes quiet. And then they feel it is so nice. Why are they saying it is so nice? Not that they studied Vedanta or anything like that. Nothing. Common, simple people. Child was summer holiday also, how to manage the child for so long. Chinmaya Mission has got Balivir camp. Send them. At least 2-3 days we will be free of trouble. That is the reason why they send the children. Not necessarily always, but there is a thing of, 2 days we can be. But they come here and then see the Ekanta. Calm, quiet place, no buses, no lorry sound, nothing of that nature. Mind becomes calm. Then they see that it is very happy experience. So once kama, krodha, etc. have been reduced, then give the mind an exposure to quietude. One of the best ways to actually become a spiritual person, I mean a seeker, is to expose the mind to quietude. Not that you have to meditate and all, that is a different matter, but just show that without this or that you can be happy. Just by watching the sun you can be happy. Just show that to the mind sometime. Just by listening to the birds chirping, you can be peaceful. Show that to the mind. Not that you have to keep a laddu in the mouth always to be happy. Show that to the mind. Ekanta vasina. In fact, if every year we can devote at least 2 chunks of time, 2 portions of time to go to some quiet, calm place, an ashram, and then be there, it's a wonderful thing. Buddha tattvena, didosha shunyena, ekanta vasina. You know the truth, right? You know you are the Atman, correct? You know it. But you are not a meditative type, doesn't matter. You give ekanta to the mind. And then, mind, what you should do at the time, ekanta, dirgham pranavam ucharya. Give this kind of work. But all at once, give this kind of work. Dirgham, long time. Dirgham does not necessarily mean long om. Dirgham means dirgha kalam. Dirgham pranavam ucharya. Pranavam is omkara. For a long, practice omkara chanting for a long time. Pranava is omkara because prakarshena nuyate. It is a derivation. Prakarshe, that which is worshipped. Prakarshena. Prakarshena means excellently or greatly, gloriously. That which is gloriously worshipped in the Shastra. Because pranava, tasya vachakam pranavaha. Tasya vachakaha pranavaha. Is it not? Tasya vachakaha pranavaha. Pranava is a name for the Lord. Is a name for the Lord means who gives the name? Somebody has to give the name, no? My name is Advayananda. My guru gave me name Advayananda. Earlier I had my name. My mother, father gave my name. Who gave name for Pranava to? Who gave name for Brahman as Pranava? Who gave? Who can give? Before God did not have parents. Parents are there means good, they can give. So how? Pranava. Pranava is a name to the Lord which we find in the Shastra. In a way, Shastra is the mother for Brahman. How do you say Shastra is? There is one Brahma Sutra. I think 3rd Sutra. Shastra Yonitvat. Shastra Yonitvat. Meaning Brahman is a Yoni for Shastra. Brahman is a Yoni for Shastra. Brahman revealed the Shastra. That is one meaning. Another meaning is that Shastras reveal Brahman. And since the Shastra reveals Brahman for you, Shastra is the mother and father of Brahman in a way. And that is why we say, who gave the name Brahman? Parents only can give the name Brahman. Parents only give the name, is it not? Who gave? Parents have given the name. And who is a parent for Brahman? Shastra. Because Shastra only reveals. Mother only reveals, no? Who tells a child, this is moon and this is this and this is that? Mother only does that. So Shastra tells it is Pranava. Alright. Meaning, if you want to worship the highest reality, you can worship that highest reality just by chanting Prakarshena Nuyate. Just the chanting of the Om is a worship of the ultimate reality. That is the meaning of Prakarshena Nuyate. Nava also means to take across. Nava. Take across. So that which takes you across, prakarshena, that which takes you across the ocean of samsara is pranava. In other words, chanting Om, you cross samsara. How does one chant Om? One should not chant Om simply Om. As one chants Om, one should go deeper into the self. In Om, Akara stands for the Vishwa. Vishwa, you all know Vishwa? The waking self, the waker self. Ukara stands for the mind self. When you forget the external world and still you are there, but you identify with the mind. That is Ukara. Makara stands for the Prajna. So Akara is Vishwa, Ukara is Taijasa, Makara is Prajna. Prajna is the self identified with the causal body. Actually, Om, when you say Om, this Akara, Ukara, Makara is Om actually. Is it not? But that is not Om. Akara, Ukara, Makara is a visible Om, is a Vyakta Pranava. And what is the Avyakta? What is the unseen? Unseen is a silence. Just as how, suppose I say, what is there in my hand? What will you say? What is here? Suppose I say, you will say kerchief. Is it not? But what? The kerchief is in my hand. In fact, the entire Om is on Shanti. That's why we say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om is Shanti. And that we will think only once it is there, no? So, Trivaram Satyam. Om is Shanti, Om is Shanti, Om is Shanti. It is for true. Meaning, Om is founded on silence. So when you chant Om and you go deeper, what it means? When you start Om, you are aware of your body and all, and when you go near U, afterwards U comes, then you forget the external world and you only think about the internal mind. And when you go still more deeper, you think only about the deepest layer of your personality, the unconscious. And when you conclude that, be absolutely still. And then also you will taste that inner bliss. You may not be a meditator. Don't worry. By just chanting this Om, you can taste that inner self. Dirgam pranavam ucharya manorajyam vichiyate. You will be able to conquer the manorajya. Manorajya is conquered because of chitta ekagrata, and manorajya is conquered by giving an experience to the mind of the inner bliss. Okay? In this way, after having conquered the Tivra type of Ashastriya Jiva Srishti and Manda type of Ashastriya Jiva Srishti, what happens? Next verse. Jite tasmin vritti shunyam manastisthati mukavat etat padam vasisthena Ramaya bahudheritam Jite tasmin vritti shunyam manastisthati mukavat etat padam vasisthena Ramaya bahudheritam. Jite tasmin. Tasmin jite. Tasmin jite. Manorajye jite. Because Manorajya is what? the Manda type of Ashastriya Jiva Srishti. When that Manorajya is conquered, Manaha Vritti Shunyam Tishtati. This mind, Tishtati, remains. How does it remain? Vritti Shunyam, free of thoughts. Because only when there is some kind of delight, then the mind starts bubbling up. Only when there is delight here or there, wanting this or that, some kind of pleasure seeking here or there, the mind bubbles up. When the mind does not have any kind of rajas in it, it becomes quiet. Naturally quiet. And more one practices this kind of spiritual practices, the mind becomes quiet. Jite tasmin vritti shunyam manaha tishtati. Vritti shunyam, thoughtless. Shunyam, free, bereft of, void of. Void of what? Vritti, thoughts. All kinds of thoughts. Sattvika vritti, rajasika vritti, tamasika vritti. All kinds of thought ends. Sattvika also is for pleasure. I want to listen to Carnatic music, Hindustani music, classical music. Or I want to listen to rock. Or I want to listen to something, which is so terrible. I don't know what, I don't want to say this or that because I am not an expert in that. Words and this and that, horrible words, terrible things, communicates very terrible things also. A lot of things are there, is it not? Everybody says, yes, it is there. So many. Sattvika also is for pleasure only, is it not? Yes, it is better than Rajasika, better than Tamasika, no doubt, but that is also a pleasure. Anything is for pleasure. Any thought that we entertain finally is for pleasure. Much of the thought is only for joy, wanting this. Thought is a signature of discontent. But the moment that inner true bliss is seen, Jite tasmin vritti shunyam manaha tishtati. It becomes bereft of thoughts. Alright? This is the ultimate state. And an example is given now. Mukavatu. Mukavatu should be carefully understood. Muka means dumb person. Is a dumb person free of thoughts? Vritti shunyam manaha tishtati. Mukavatu, it said there. Dumb person is not free of thoughts. Dumb person is free of speech. But there's one point. There's a difference between a dumb person, muka, and a mauna person. Suppose you are taking mauna vrata. Morning, say up to 8 o'clock, I'm in mauna vrata. That doesn't mean you can't speak. But you have taken a decision not to speak. But a muka person, a dumb person, can never speak. Vritti shunya is not to say that muka is free of thoughts. That's not the point. But the point is that, like how a person who is muka can never speak. In the same way, the person who is tasting that inner bliss, vritti shunyam manaha tishtati sada. That's the point. That nityatva of vritti shunyata, that permanence of the voidness of thought, is explained by the example mukavatu, not in any other way. Otherwise it will go wrong. Even in Jivan Mukti Viveka, this mukavat example was there. You remember? Those of them. And I was telling at that time, what is this muka? But then it was, this is the reason. Okay? Vritti shunyam manastishtati mukavat. Etat padam vasishtena ramaya bahudha iritam. Etat padam, this ultimate state, this state which is so wonderful. Which state? It is the state of our own self, pure self alone. Etat padam, padaniyam iti padam. That which is to be attained is called pada. Padyate, that which is attained. Iti padam. Comes from the root pad, which means to walk. That which is to be reached. Etat padam Vasishtena Ramaya. Vasishta, no less than Vasishta. Don't think I am telling. Vasishta. He is the greatest of all wise men. Muni, Vasishta Muni, Pravaraha. Such a person, he has spoken. Vasishtena Ramaya. And to whom else he said? Not you or me. To Bhagavan Rama, he spoke about how this state is attained. And what is the glory of the state? Bahuda, he has glorified the state for so much he is glorified. What state? This state of being free from Jiva Srishti. What kind of Jiva Srishti? Tivra as well as Manda. That state, Vritti Shunyam, has been glorified by Vasishta to Bhagavan Rama for so much Bahuda Yirita. Not in one verse or two verses. The whole Vasishta Ramayana. The reference is here to Yoga Vashishta. Who wrote Yoga Vashishta? Many people say Yoga Vashishta written by Vashishta. Yoga Vashishta written by Rama. Yoga Vashishta written by whom? By Valmiki. So Valmiki wrote two Ramayanas. One is the Ramayana Charitra, another is the Vedanta Tattva. One is the Ramayana Rama Charitra, another is Rama Tattva. Two Ramayanas is written. And that is very different. Very different in means Valmiki Ramayana, the rasa is very different rasa. And that is a human kind of Rama. And this is Brahman only. Ultimate reality. It is Jnana Rasa is there. That Ramayana also he wrote. Okay. And where the story is that of Bhagavan Rama asking for the Jnanopadesha. The story and all is there. It's a crest jewel of Vedantic text. It's a Chudamani among the Vedanta Granthas. In that Vasishta Ramayana, Yoga Vashishta, Vashishta has spoken of the glory of this state to Rama in no insignificant terms. Bahuda Yirita. What did he say? Vidyaranyaji cannot quote the entire Yoga Vashishta. So two verses he quotes. That we'll take up in the next session. I think we are nearing the completion of this chapter. We are in verse number 60, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Only 5 more verses. 5, correct? 5 or 6? 6 verses. 6 verses. So very soon we should be completing this chapter. And we'll be going to the next chapter, which is chapter 5. So I would suggest that those of you who have got questions, not only the students who are in the live, but also in the relay, kindly what you do is that the questions which you are not being able to resolve for yourself, you can please note. And the question should pertain only to this chapter, okay? Not to earlier chapters. Earlier chapters, those of you who have joined recently, earlier chapters, you can take guidance from Ram Mohanji. Already you must be having the email about that. In this chapter, whatever doubts you are free to raise, which we will answer. You can send it to the home study course, the email ID you all would be knowing. Kindly send it to that email ID. That is one. And second is that chapter 5 we are starting. So I request all of you, as you all know, each chapter is not actually a chapter in Panchadasi. Each chapter is a separate text, a prakarana. So please, please, what do I say? Please communicate to others also that they can join. This would be a very appropriate time to join, because it is the next prakarana we are starting. Kindly give information to others also, because this kind of detailed study is quite rare and others also should benefit. We should not be the only people who should take the benefit. So kindly share with others also this information, and if you know that somebody is interested and you want us to contact them or something like that also, you share the information with the home study course department here. Okay. So I told two things. Number one, doubts. You can start sending. Number two, please share information with others. Don't be, I am studying, I am enjoying, that is sufficient. Don't be that way. This kind of knowledge should be shared with all. Okay. Now any questions, any doubts anybody has got for today's class? If you have any questions, please use your Zoom, that button, to tell that you have got a doubt. Satyanarayan has got a question. Yes, Satyanarayan. Yes.
By learning this, we get to a point where the sadhak is asked to totally come out of his thoughtfulness or achieve that mindlessness, and also keep himself free from all actions.
All?
Actions.
Actions.
Does it mean that he has no commitment to the outside world?
Understood. Okay, I will answer your question. Shall I answer your question, or you want to ask some more?
No, sir. This is the question I have.
You see, you start dropping first selfish actions. Nitya karma, naimitika karma, kamya karma, nishiddha karma. You have heard these kind of actions, 4 kind of actions? Please unmute them. Why did you? So in that, first you drop nishiddha karma, prohibited actions. Drop that. Next, drop kamya karma. First you do both these things. Alright?
Yeah.
Nitya karma, naimitika karma, don't drop. Do it with Ishwararpana bhava. Right? That is called as karma yoga. You please keep doing that. Now, luckily by God's grace, you are getting an opportunity to study to Vedanta. You are not gone to Himalayas, dropped everything and go to Himalayas. No. God has given you an opportunity to study Vedanta even now. So what you do, few hours in a day, be a sannyasi. Morning, 9 o'clock onwards, 8 o'clock onwards, you be whatever you have to do, your duties, everything you do. But definitely morning and evening times, you be a sannyasi. You give up everything at that time. At that time, you become vritti shunya. At that time, you practice all these things. Because that is what we can actually do. Suppose I say to you, yes, we vritti shunya 24 hours. You can't do.
You can't do.
You can't do. We are not ready for such kind of things. Nothing is wrong here. But really speaking, whenever we become ready, these kind of opportunities come to us. Right? So, practical advice for you is what? Yes, it is possible for great people to, in this way, to sit without any thoughts for n number of hours. Yes, it is possible and it is good and it can be done. But now you are not there, I am not there, we are not there. So what we do? we spend few hours daily in the practice of such kind of things. And when God thinks it is right for us to do such kind of things, we will do at that time. Why should we hurry up?
Right.
But the reason God is providing us this opportunity to study says that we can do at least for some time. Okay?
Okay. Very good.
All right. Shall I conclude? Anybody has got any further question? No one. Okay. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. I hope you all have received information about Adi Shankara and Chinmaya Mahotsava in here for the camp. Anybody coming here for the camp from there? There are few people I can see. Okay. Others can join online. There's an online registration also available. Please share that information with others also. Thank you.